Morning students, today I'm going to take class English reader for class 8. We are in the lesson 2, an island of trees. The first part we have finished, the second page also we have finished. Then we shall go to add third page we have completed. We were talking about the trees. Father and son, they were interested in planting trees, but mother was very much interested, and she loved fragrant smell of flowers, and she was interested. She liked roses, sweet pears, jasmine, queen of night. There are so many flowers, but their son and father, they were interested in planting trees. In the last class, we saw the banyan tree was really coming up during the monsoon season. It was growing healthily during the monsoon season. So the branch became strong, thick, and the banyan became a big fig. There were so many berries, fruits that they could not eat, but the birds could gather in the banyan tree and they could eat the berries of the tree. So now we shall go to in the third last page of the lesson. As we have learned that in the banyan tree there are so many insects. Okay, there were so many quarrelsome minus flower birds. Minus are birds, cheerful bulbuls, small birds, and coppersmiths. These are the few birds and insects, and sometimes a noisy. Noisy means because of the crying of birds and insects, the tree was very much noisy. Bullying crow would fast on them. Sometimes crow they will come and they will make noise, bullying, make fun, and they could spend time on the banyan tree. And when night fall and the birds were resting on the banyan tree, during the day they will come and they will make noise, they will sing a song, and during the night they all take rest on the banyan tree. The dark flying foxes flap heavily about the trees. Flying foxes, okay, black flying foxes. It is an like bed bats, okay, bats. It used to fly at night. It has a feather and used to fly. Chewing and munching loudly as they climbed over the branches. There were so many fruits. फल सब था गाछ में, उसी को खा रहा था और मंचिंग कर रहा था इतना जोर से. As they climb over the branches. The tree cricket means that lives on the tree. Insects, small insects. So they were playing and started singing on the tree almost any time of the day. सुबह से शाम तक they used to make noise, and their noise is like singing so nicely. At the height of the monsoon season, there were so many insects coming, making noise. It was like an orchestra का जैसा आवाज देता है दिन में, with the help of musicians constantly uprising up. From morning till there was a noise, crying of different insects, singing of different insects, and it was like orchestra का जैसा सुनाई देता है. A small flute means basuri, a small flute in my hand. Ruskin's born, उसका हाथ में एक छोटा सा बांसुरी था. I would add my shrill piping to that of the cricket and cicadas. Cicadas is an insect, high pitch, बहुत ऊंचा आवाज में आवाज देने वाला कीड़ा. So उससे उसका बांसुरी को मिला रहा था. But they must have thought poorly of my piping. But because whenever I played it, the insect fell silent. See, the boy was thinking that the insects were considering his piping was very low. जब बांसुरी खेलता है उसका आवाज खेलने को इतना पुअर गरीब सोचता है ना, क्या ऐसा सोचने लगा. जब वो खेलता है बांसुरी सारे कीड़ा चुपचाप हो जाता है. तो रूट स्किन बोन को लगता है कि मेरा खेलने वाला बांसुरी इतना कमजोरी है क्या. सब साइलेंट हो जाता है, ऐसा सोचने लगा. When I grew up, I was married and went to live with my grandfather in Bombay. Who? Ruskin born, okay. When he grew up, he got married and went to live with his grandfather in Bombay. We were there for many years. And I could only visit my parents here once or twice in all that time. I had no brother, so when my parents died, they left the home to me. So grandfather's parents, they have no children, no brothers and sisters. So when they passed away, everything was left for this Ruskan. He was no brother, no parents, so everything was left. The house was left for Ruskin born. It was February. I remember. It was February. February का महीना में था कि क्या याद लाया. As looked across the dry river, my eyes was immediately caught by the spectacular red plums of the coral blossom. Red plums means a red fruit like cherry. Okay, that was like coral blossom. In contrast with the dry river bed, नदी का साइड सूखा हुआ जगह. The island was a small green paradise. It was like a small green paradise. So many trees are there. Paradise means moksha, heaven, okay. When I walk over the trees, I noticed that a number of parrots had come to live on that small island. So many trees were there, small island trees, green island trees. A small spotted deer scampered away and hid in the thick. He also saw a deer. When he went, he saw the deer outside, but suddenly he saw him. The deer also hid, ran inside the jungle in the thick, and hide himself. And a wild, pleasant challenge with me, a mellow. Who are you? Mellow means a wild, pleasant challenge was there with a mellow. So who are you asked, okay. But the trees seemed to know me. I am sure that whispered many among themselves and beckoned me nearer. They came close. Beckoned me nearer means they came closer and closer, okay, to that boy. I ran my hands over the back of the was like touching the hand of the old friend, and looking around, I noticed that other small trees and wild plants and grasses had sprung up under the protection of those whom we had planted. So the tree also touching. When he touched the tree, he felt that I have touched the hand of my old friends and planted trees. Whatever he planted, trees sprung big and protected the other animals. The trees had multiplied, increased in number. The forest was on the move. Now the forest also began to move in one small corner of the world. My father's dream was coming true. When he came back from Bombay and he saw everything beautiful, a small island, and there were so many birds, insects, and animals. They began to move towards him, and when he touched the tree, they felt that they have wished their all friends, and the tree began to multiply, and they began to move. At last, the father's dream came true. पिताजी का सपना पूरा हो गया. When the tree began to move. This is the short story about the island of trees. So read this book again and again and understand it. It is a very beautiful lesson to keep our environment green and take care of the surrounding by planting more trees. So thank you and see you in the next class.